had my first barista cart experience. I want to go over and share it with you guys because it was a moment. It was a time. The time was had. It was fun. It was all but this close to being perfect. It was the bomb.com, all the things. So let's get into it. Now let's turn into an at-home barista. It's time to clock in. We have a new one that we are doing today, so I'm super excited about that. As soon as we clock in, it's as soon as we clock out, but it's okay. Nothing wrong with that. We're officially an at-home barista. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's dive into it, y'all. Today, our drink of choice is going to be a brown sugar shaken espresso, and I'm super excited because we have our mixer. Usually when I make these, I just mix it with my hand, the barista swirl, but we're going to actually try the shaker today, so I'm super excited about that. I'm going to do about a tablespoon, get her all melted in there. White chocolate syrup. She's smelling divine. Cinnamon sugar. Y'all know I'll be right when I have these fillings, and I'm going to mix her up. Okay, I think she's shaken sauce rim around the cup. Some milk. Let's go ahead and pour her up. Yeah. And let's get some of this ice that was in here along with, wow. Is she not Gorgina? Is she not Gorgina? Now we have to do the barista swirl. Mix her up just a little. Cheers to a brown sugar shaken espresso. She's so simple, but she's so good. Good for her and good for me because I get to enjoy her. First, let's go ahead and clock out because I have baristaed. I had my first barista experience. When I say it was the bomb.com, it was the truth. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I really embodied that barista girly. I brung barista to the table. 10 out of 10. I can't wait to do it again. This past weekend, my family had a get together. My grandmother recently passed away, and my parents had to go to California, which is where she lived, and they were cleaning out all her things, all her belongings, and they came across photos, and they came across a VHS. Yes, a tape, okay? Over 35 years ago. And it said the Joneses on it. My parents were like, oh my gosh, we gotta get home so we can see what's on this tape. Long story short, my parents decided to have a get-together to come together and watch the tape. Had this huge get-together at my parents' house. My siblings, nieces and nephews. We had pizza, buffalo chicken dip, snacks, candies, cakes, all the things. As a quick side note, the video was so cute. I got a chance to see my older siblings in a stage of their life that I've never seen before. Now talking about this barista cart. I've been thinking of creating a coffee cart, traveling coffee cart I should call it, where I go to different pop-ups and just make coffees for people because who doesn't love a good coffee? I started off creating and making lattes, and then I went into iced coffee, went into matcha, and now I'm into lemonades and teas, and it's just turned into a whole thing. As I was making these drinks, I started to realize, girl, you're a barista. You make the drinks and you serve the people. They enjoy it. So I started calling myself an at-home barista. So now I have been thinking about creating a barista cart. Instead of a coffee cart, a barista cart. Being able to go to different events and offer teas, lemonades, coffees, lattes, all the things. So that will be my new business adventure that is coming very, very, very soon. So at the movie event, my mom created me a cute little station. I had this whole barista setup. I had this cute barista setup, okay? My husband came and helped me get it together. I set up the camera, I set up the tripod, all the things, and I just became a barista. I also had a menu of what it was that I would be serving, and when I say the people ate it up, the people meaning my siblings and parents and nieces and nephews, but they loved it. I didn't get not one complaint. Now granted, I am their sister. For my nieces and nephews, I am their aunt, but you can look at somebody's face and know like, oh no, this ain't it. And I didn't get that face from anyone. When I say I was doing it up, I was doing it up. I made like 20 plus drinks that night, okay? Listen, I was time efficient, they were tasting good, they were looking pretty, all the things. But I must say, as much as I love becoming a barista and having my own barista cart, being able to hang out with family and spend time with family was the highlight of the whole event. It was one of those moments where you just had to be there, and I'm just happy that I was able to be there, enjoying time with my family. That barista cart was definitely the cherry on top.